It's the 27-minute comedy hour. It's like what you see on TV, except that it's online. 27-minute comedy hour. Everything in a comedy hour except half the time.
Hello and welcome to the 27-minute comedy hour. The show in which we try to cram in an hour's worth of comedy into just 27 minutes. This week, I'm joined by the wonderful Mark Hines, Phoebe Prentice, Terry, and simply Courtney. Woo!
Yeah!
Hi.
But first, ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news. Always going with the tech, right? Mortal Kombat fans were up in arms this week with claims the final level of the new game was just too hard. In the new version, you must play as a grizzled ex-army war veteran who contracts COVID-19 before fighting the final boss, an immortal lizard woman with a sword.
Nice.
Yes, this is the news that Captain Sir Tom Moore died this week, causing news outlets to ejaculate with glee for having spent so much time getting to know Sir Captain Tom Moore last year. Now, every journalist who had spent so much as 5 minutes with Sir Tom Moore was wheeled out to ruminate on what a wonderful person Sir Captain Tom Moore was. From the Daily Mail journo hacking into his private phone lines, to the CIA operative who had spent this past 6 months watching him via satellite link, everyone wanted to thank Captain Sir Captain Moore, Sir Tom. Even British Prime Minister Boris Johnson got in the act, thanking Sir, oh Captain, my Captain, Sir Tom, 1966 England Captain Sir Bobby Moore, for his selfless hard work and unwavering altruism, in a move linguists believe may have redefined the word irony. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy to have you all here with us tonight. When I found my mouse, I'm going to be able to get some of our lovely comedians up. As we said, I'm joined by the wonderful Mark Hines, Simply Courtney, and Phoebe Prentice Terry. Ladies and gentlemen, rocking us straight off with a bit of stand-up comedy, I would like to welcome to the stage Mark Hines.
Woo!
Wow.
Woo! Thank you very, very much. I love that clip of, I call him the Queen, going up to Sir Tom, Captain Tom, Major Tom. I don't know what it is. It's absolutely fantastic. He must have just looking at, what is this mad cow going to do to me? She's got a sword. She's going to stab me. Why would you do that to a 100-year-old man? Why would a 100-year-old woman do that to a 100-year-old man? It's absolutely mental. And it's sad that he died because, like we've been told, it's like he had the best years of his life ahead of him. He died so young. Oh, I know that's wrong. That's really bad. But this COVID stuff, it's just driving you mad. For instance, today, right? I went to the supermarket today just to pick up some wine and some cheesy Wotsits, and I wear glasses. These are my glasses. I usually keep them up there, and because I'm wearing a mask, my glasses steam up. I can't see because it all steams up. And I went to pay, and I went to put my PIN number in, beep, 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 like that, and I had to pull the mask down. And some snot-nosed little girl turned, could you please put your mask up? So, no, love, I can either pay, and I can either pay or put my mask up. Or what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? It's insane. And watching what's going on. You know, now when we used to go out. You remember the good old days? We used to go out. We used to be like awkward when someone comes in and you're walking up saying like, oh yeah, no. And like, oh, do I go left? Do I go right? Like that. Now people put themselves up against the wall when they come next to you. You're just like, well, it's not my fault. They're like, oh God. It's fucking insanity. But on another thing, I know you wanted to talk later on about the scientists and stuff like that, but like, I've been doing my own research here, yeah, and I've researched like how much time of my life is wasted by people that don't know that they've got to pay at the checkouts. Like, literally, it's not a surprise. These people think it's a surprise. They queue up, they put all their shopping on, everything like that, and then they stand there and wait while the person's waiting for them to pay. It's like, yeah, just get your card out and pay so I can go. And it's insane watching these people. And I don't know where this it's done crazy things to me. I haven't had any social contact in so long. I don't know. I mean, there's other comedians on here. You know when you used to dread going out and being like heckled. Now I'm craving for. I want people to shout at me. I want to hear people say to me, "Get off! I don't want to hear you. You've got nothing to say." Now I just go around to my parents' house and let them shout at me. It's all I can do. It's all I can do. And now I'm just meeting people online. This is weird. I feel like the fella from Austin, Texas. It's like I feel like I made a friend for life, and that's what this place is doing. This is what it's doing to us. And I could rant on for hours and hours about this, but God bless Tom. Really sorry to see him go. We'll probably find out in a few weeks' time that he's a paedophile or something like that. But that's a different story. That was short and sweet. There you go. Let's keep it under 27 minutes.
Nice. Brilliant. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Hines.
Yeah.
Woo. Alrighty then. Well, Mark brings us on then, as we need to get pacey. We need to get on with this. He brings us on nicely to our very first game, which is a game of #heathens. Okay. Now, in a game of #heathens, I simply present my my comedians with a tweet that I have taken from Twitter, and I've removed the hashtag. Okay, so they're going to need to suggest to us what hashtag this person might have been tweeting about. So our first tweet for you today is: sad to see blank vanishing from the high street. Such a big part of my youthful years.
#Philip Green. White dog shit.
Freshman 15.
I thought it might be someone from Russia. #Putin's opponents.
Yeah. Politics.
Any more? All right then. What about this one? Quote number 2. My dad took me up to blank in the 70s. I thought I was in heaven.
#Jeffrey Epstein's son.
Yes.
Oh no, I was going to say #Jimmy Savile's dressing room.
I've actually sat on Jimmy Savile's knee. I've sat on Jimmy Savile's knee.
Oh, mate.
Dang.
#child labor camp.
Yeah, I was going to go with his coke dealer. But no, our 2 hashtags this week were sad to see #top man, #top shop vanishing from the high street. Such a big part of my youthful years. And the time my dad took me up to town at Top Shop Oxford Circus in the 70s, I thought I was in heaven. Yes, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the news that Sir Philip Green has overseen the demise of yet another bastion of the high street. His Arcadia group went into administration, and they sold the jewel in the crown, Top Shop and Top Man, leaving 2,500 staff to discover they no longer had jobs through social media. What a guy. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. So if anyone had thought that Sir Philip had learnt his lesson from BHS, they would have been disappointed to discover that Toad of Toad Hall was still a massive cunt.
Yeah, but do you know what's most impressive about that is he's wearing a grey shirt in Marbella, and he hasn't got one.
So how do we feel about the end of Top Man, the end of Top Shop, the demise of the high street?
I can live without it.
Wow, you just summed it up with that.
It's not like any one of us can even afford clothes anymore. So
yeah,
unless
it's not like we even have to wear clothes anymore. Everybody can only see us from the waist up anyways, so who cares?
Exactly. Yeah.
This is all I'm wearing.
This is all I'm wearing too. High five.
Well, I'm wearing leggings.
Phoebe, prove it. Oh, Phoebe,
You said prove it.
Well, in contrast to my guess, I think it's that it'll be sad when the high street dies, because where are homeless people going to gather to ask for change?
Oh God.
Well,
that's going to be terrible.
Where the council's going to be able to cut their homeless spikes.
It's going to be terrible when they start congregating outside pubs because I'm really empathetic when I get drunk. I'm going to end up like waking up the following morning just like, oh man, did I get 60 quid out for a homeless guy at 2 a.m.? Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
That was like council tax.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that leads us...
The thing is, right, why are we mourning Topshop? It was shit. Just stop. It was shit. It was shit. It was shit clothes.
I don't know. As a person who is freakishly thin, Top Man was the only place I could buy trousers that fit. So yeah, had to be that.
Okay.
I'm getting pummeled with questions from Dan Lythe on the chats, who's gone across two different social media platforms to ask me. We do have a one-liner competition this week, folks, and our story on Topshop brings us nicely to our one-liner competition, which is going to be shopping. Okay, any jokes about buying things, selling things, anything to do with shopping jokes? Yes. You're going to be pitted against our comics to see who is the funniest. So at the end of the show, I'll read out 3 of my favorite jokes from the audience, and we're going to pit them against the three of our comics here in the studio. And we're going to see who is the best. So while you have a think about your wonderful shopping jokes, I would like to welcome to the stage the brilliant Phoebe Prentice Terry, who is now going to blow us away with a wonderful bit of stand-up.
Oh, thank you, and also thank you for inviting so many women to do stand-up. It's nice to know that during these troubled times, most of us are still looking after the kids and doing the dishes instead of doing our passions. So thanks. I feel so special and pretty, like a princess. I had a really fun weekend. I got to do my first TV appearance as a stand-up comedian.
Woo!
Yeah. It was so bizarre. I went into this like TV studio in East London, and I recorded this segment, and there were 2 people in this kind of massive warehouse. There was just like the cameraman and then a tech, and I was kind of telling jokes and looking over at them, and I was just like, God, this is worse than when I do it in a pub. I'm just like bombing to the air, and the virus floating around in the abyss. But I actually managed to have like a proper conversation with somebody, which was incredible, because when I got the notification that I was going to do this TV section, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then this primal voice in my head just went, yeah, and you can touch the audience. I was like, oh my God. This like vision of being in a pub and just like groping everybody's head, like, oh my God, human contact. This is what I want. I'm pretty sure at this point, my blood type has changed from rhesus negative O to MDMA. I'm just like, heads. But the guy that I was talking to in the break room, I almost shagged him just out of sheer loneliness. But we had a conversation, and he was telling me that he feels as though lockdown it reminds him of when he used to live in West Germany, and he said, not everybody's following the rules. Some people it's like East Germany, some people it's like West Germany. And I just can't stop thinking about the idea that somebody is having more fun in lockdown than me. Like, it's just boiling my blood. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Being able to go sit in a restaurant, have dinner. Like, what are the rich doing that we can't? I mean, what do you guys is there anything that you want to get angry with the ultra rich about, like that they could be doing that you're not allowed to?
Fly to fucking Barbados.
Oh,
Tom.
He's part of the elite now.
Maybe Tom's last thing was his photograph of Russ Abbott and Cliff Richard. Fuck that. All that man comes to the country and we do that to him.
Excellent. Yeah. Thanks very much, guys. Is that time?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Phoebe Prentice Terry.
Yeah.
Woo. Brilliant.
Phoebe.
Thank you.
Absolutely fantastic from Phoebe there. That brings us on to our next game this week. Our next game this week is The Week in Memes. Now, in this game, I present my comedians with a meme, and they just have to suggest what this meme could be about. So here is our first meme, folks. What could this meme be about?
That's the United States. That's the boardroom of like, let's say, pre-election United States White House meeting.
Emphasis on white. It seems to be some kind of like diversity quota going on.
Boris's new Home Secretary.
Yeah. Well, I wondered if this was the UKIP MEPs who were told on the last day of the 2020 EU Parliament that it would be fancy dress.
Or, yeah. Joe Biden calls out to the youth of America.
I wondered if it was potentially my CIA agent presenting my week's internet activity during his weekly report.
Big Bird why is Mr. Snuffleupagus not represented on this board?
Where's the mammoth?
Yeah, Mr. Snuffleupagus. No one can see him. Only I can see him.
It looks like you're wearing a tiara on your head. I saw this like flash of silver.
Nice.
Thank you, Phoebe. Thank you. Please,
Hey.
please.
Look,
I've got nail varnish on as well. This is what happens when you live with three little girls. You end up with a tiara and nail varnish. That's what lockdown's doing to us. That's what it's doing.
you just like dusted with ethereal feminine magic. I love it.
And he's just wiped his mouth like he's eating a burger. You all right there?
I was gonna say I don't know what that meeting. I don't know what that meeting was about, but it was brought to you by the letter S for sadness. This week. The actual tweet was from Jordan Deeb. He said, "GameStop sitting among Tesla and Amazon after Reddit users make it a Fortune 500 company." That's good.
Yeah.
So this was the news that GameStop, all of a sudden shares shot up in GameStop after hedge funds attempted to short the stock, which is essentially where you bet against a stock failing. When Reddit users found out they were going to do this, they bought up all the stock and stopped anyone from being able to stop the shorters from being able to sell back the stock and make their money. How do we feel about this move from the Reddit community, guys?
Okay, so I for one, I don't know anything about hedge funds, so I just kept seeing heads around. I thought Sonic the Hedgehog was making a comeback, so I was happy for it.
Listen, it's ludicrous that they thought they were going to keep the price up there. It's just. Have they not seen the tulip? Has anyone seen the tulip when the tulips bulbs in Amsterdam used to be there? And they went through the roof and then they crashed down.
Yeah.
Small people, listen. The small people are not supposed to win. You're not going to win no matter what you do. You have a little win. You're never going to have the big win. That's it. And honestly, it was incredible that it got that much. And the hedge funds must have been sitting there they must have been laughing their bollocks off and just getting shorter and they must have short sold even more at those higher prices. They were laughing their bollocks off. Wow, sorry, I brought that down to earth really quickly.
No. I think you raised a good point though, man.
I used to work in the financial markets. I know how this works. The big boys, they pump the price up, let everyone get in, and then sell the arse out of it. And that's exactly what they've done. Those hedge funds have let that price go up to wherever they wanted to do, and they've just turned around and gone, right, okay, now we'll short sell again. Boo! That's it. There's another yacht.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, I mean, the whole thing makes me just sort of infuriated that people are like, oh yeah, no, we need to protect this kind of stuff. This is freedom, like people's ability to like make loads of money off a failure of a company. Like people are losing their jobs and shit. People are like, oh yeah, we're gonna make dollar from it. Like you're a bunch of bastards.
Yeah, but the people on Reddit were doing exactly what the hedge funds were doing. They were making right. Yeah. At the same point, you're working in GameStop going, do I come in on Monday or not? What does it matter? What am I doing here? Do I work? I don't know. Do do I give you £1 for your Sonic the Hedgehog video? I don't know. People were moaning that the hedge funds were making money, and then they were moaning that the little people were making money. And at the end of the day, everyone sort of made and lost money. And still the little fella in Pigs Knuckle, Arkansas, is going, do I come in on Monday? That's what he's worried about. Not about the hedge funds or anything like that. So, oh shit, that's so serious.
Anyway. Well, after Mark has brought us all back, brought us all down to earth with a bump, let's hope that our next guest can raise the roof and give us an absolutely stonking bit of comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to welcome to the stage the awesome Simply Courtney.
Yo, what's up? All right, man, out the gate, I can kind of see y'all, but who here was surprised when Simon said, get up for Simply Courtney, and then I immediately popped on the screen? Be real. That's good. It's my name is Courtney. It surprises a lot of people. I'm an Uber driver. That doesn't surprise a lot of people because I'm a comic and I'm poor. But it's a weird thing having this name because I don't know if you guys know how the whole Uber app works. It notifies you and lets you know that your driver has arrived. And so people get a notification that says your driver, Courtney, has arrived outside. They go outside, and then I'm the one that meets them at the car. Yeah, I've messed up a lot of guys' nights on those lonely pub nights where they're like, oh, yeah, I got a hot chick named Courtney picking me up. Yeah. Then I show up, and they're looking at me as if I'm like pulling a ruse on them or something. They're like, wait, is this a joke? Where is she? They look at me sometimes. They're like, where is she? And I'm like, who? They're like, Courtney. I'm right here. No, we're looking for Courtney. It becomes one of those, what do they call it, the Costello things. Who's Courtney? Over there? No, Courtney's right here. I said, Courtney. I said, you. No, I'm me. Who's you? What? You know, so I confuse people. I'm Southern. I'm very polite. And so one of the things that I do is I greet people when they come to my car. I do a thing where, like, if somebody comes to my car, for instance, I'm driving, I'll say, hello, how are you doing, ma'am or sir? Welcome to my car. I'm Courtney. I get weird reactions to that. One lady, I greeted, she opens the door, and I'm like, hey, ma'am, how are you doing? Welcome to my car. I'm Courtney. Y'all, she looked at me, looked at her phone, looked back at me, looked back at her phone, and just said, nope, and closed the door in my face. That's a real thing. Now, what was messed up about that, other than the fact that she closed the door in my face because she didn't believe who I was, it was raining. Yeah. She chose to stand in the rain instead of riding with me. I felt bad. I'll be honest. I felt bad for all of about 4.5 minutes because that's how long it took me to circle the block and splash her. That's what make me feel bad. Not the strangest reaction I've gotten once I've introduced myself to someone. I once was picking up somebody, another lady, and I said, hello, welcome to my car, I'm Courtney. And she just responds aptly, are you sure? Now, we know what she was implying by asking that question. She was implying that I stole the car and kept the job that came with it. Now, what kind of car thievery have you been exposed to, ma'am, where they're stealing jobs and cars in masse at the same time? Like, what? You know how you can tell I'm not a car thief? I just refer to it as car thievery. Like, what is that? That sounds like some kind of new elective or something. Sounds like some kind of new elective or something. Like you're in class, like, oh, what classes did you get this year? Oh, yeah, I got wood shop. What you get? I got jousting. What you get? Car thievery. You know, oh, man. It's fun, though. Having this name is taking me about 35 years. I'm turning 35 actually next week. It's taken me about 30 years to get used to having my name, and I like it. I think I like this name better than what I could have had. Real quick, I found out what my name could have been had it not been Courtney. You ready for this? Drum roll, please. Brrr, Chadwick. I was almost Chadwick. That's the joke. There's not even a punchline for that. It's just that's the fact that you get the lead one. I was almost Chadwick. I think I'm good with Courtney. Y'all have a good one. I'm just
you look like a
Woo! Woo! Simply Courtney, everybody! Awesome. Right, we're coming.
I just say you got to do one more thing with your name on your Uber thing, right? Yeah, you've got Courtney. Yeah, you can up it again, right? So where you spell it EY, have
Yes,
a
sir.
big E, little E, accent like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's Courtney. You want Courtney.
Courtney. Like a
Courtney.
fancy Uber driver.
Really
Welcome to my Uber.
So I'm the famous car thieverist. I'm the famous car thieverist, Courtney. That's smart. I like that. That's awesome.
Drive out.
Awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us right almost towards the end of our show. We've got time for just a couple of our jokes. So I'm going to kick us off with one from Dan Lythe in the audience. He said, I went into Ann Summers, picked up some knickers and asked the girl if they were satin. She said, no, I'm pretty sure they're new.
Well done, Dan.
Okay, comics, have you got any jokes for us on shopping?
I got one. Let's go. Okay, they shouldn't let you in a store if they don't have shoes that fit your size foot. Also, on that same note, they shouldn't let you in a store if you can't afford to buy a keychain.
Any more?
I don't shop.
No. Yeah.
I don't shop.
Shopping on the high street.
literally
That's a joke nowadays, right?
Yeah. Shopping, what's that? I give all my money to Bezos. Or whatever his name is. Bezos. You say Bezos, I say Bezos, whatever. I just give all my money.
Let's call the whole thing off, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us pretty much to the end of our wonderful evening of comedy tonight. We've been streaming to you via StreamYard. We'd like to thank them. I'd like to thank Dan Lythe and Mike Hall for doing all of the brilliant artwork and the music for our show. I'd also like to put in a massive thanks to Seldom Seam, our sponsors. If you want handcrafted goods made with care, please do go and check out their website, which I'm posting in the chat now. Also, today celebrates 1 year since I became a stand-up comedian and I started doing stand-up comedy. And so going out on YouTube after today's show is my first ever gig. So you can go and watch that on the show directly afterwards.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. This has been the 27-minute comedy hour.
Woo! Woo, 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 woo.
It's the 27-minute comedy hour. It's like what you see on TV, except it's online. 27-minute comedy hour. Everything in a comedy hour except half the time.